think one of the things that we really have to think about is natural disasters don't become a disaster if people aren't prepared for it. And people need to be prepared for it, and NGOs and parties can work together to be able to allow people to adapt, but also to help with the losses and damages that people are facing. People need finance, they need boots on the ground to be able to help when a disaster hits. I'm from the United States that's particularly been hit by disasters this year with wildfires in the West, terrible hurricanes that have hit Texas, Florida, and Puerto Rico. And Puerto Rico isn't expected to have power for months because their grid is completely down. And so there's a lot of non-state actors that are trying to work right now to try to help Puerto Rico and others advance their grid, be able to move forward, but also be able to go in a way that's like green and clean, as opposed to doing our typical coal-fired power plant back grid. And so we need to end coal and move forward to a cleaner, greener economy for future generations and beyond. Currently, there's a huge emissions gap between where we are currently and where we need to be. And I think parties could really work with NGOs, because NGOs want to build the political will. They want people to be excited about what the future could look like if we address climate change. There's an incredible opportunity for jobs and for innovation and to bring people out of poverty, and all of us want that. And it's more that we have to challenge our countries and ourselves to try to do better. And I think we can do that if we're more focused on what the future could be, as opposed to how bad everything is right now. I think that on the ground we need to get people energized and build the political will for all countries to make as strong commitments as possible. I think I went to a session yesterday where I heard about the small island states that were committing to 50, 100%, 80% renewable energy by 2020, 2025. Like, those are incredibly ambitious goals, and the rest of the world needs to catch up to the Pacific Islands. I really appreciate Fiji's leadership, and I think having those case studies and people who are incredibly vulnerable stepping up to the plate and saying, if we can do this, you can do this too, especially since those islands are less resourced or they have less resources than somewhere like the United States does.